Is Holiday Inn Express actually Britain's best budget hotel chain, or is it a total waste of money? Today we are checking in to find out. We're putting the room comfort to the ultimate test and seeing if the Holiday Inn breakfast is actually worth your cash. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're checking in right now. Hi folks, and welcome to the room. So on our left here we've got the bathroom as we enter, but we're going to walk through to the main room. And firstly, what I would say is this is just your standard double room in a Holiday Inn Express. So it's not a plus or a premium room or anything. This is just your bog standard room. And like with the other budget series hotel rooms that we've looked at and the reviews we've done, we're just going to focus on the room mostly and what the breakfast is like, because these hotels are generic, which is why I think we all love them so much. When you need a cheap place to stay for the night, then you're guaranteed a certain level of service. You know what the room's going to look like if you stay at a Travelodge, a Premier Inn, a Holiday Inn Express, because they're all done out the same. It doesn't matter where you stay, whether it's in a city centre or maybe in the suburbs, the room should always be the same. And that's why we're focusing more on the room and the breakfast than the hotel itself, because the hotel can change. This is about showing you the room, showing you what's best and which one you'd potentially like to stay at. So Holiday Inn Express, as I've said, this is just your standard double room. And you know what? When you walk in, yeah, it is basic. It's not as fancy as the Premier Inn. And if you haven't seen that video, you can pop a link to it just at the top of the screen there. It feels more like a Travelodge, but maybe a little bit more posh than a Travelodge. And you'll understand maybe as we go on around the room. For starters, you've got a king-size bed here. Fine, it's a bed. We'll see what it's like to sleep on during the night, and we'll give you a review on that in the morning. But it's a decent size. Each side of the bed, you've got bedside tables, which are nice. You've then got light switches just above them that control the lamps and also the room lights, which is what you want. Next to them, you've got one plug socket. It's not great. You know, if there's two of you sharing this room, only one of you is going to be able to charge your phone next to the side of the bed. Realistically, you want plug sockets on both sides. Don't ask me why they haven't put that in. I have no idea. But you've only got one plug socket on there. You've got a TV in the room. It's a small, basic TV, but you're probably not going to spend loads of time in the room, and it's ample for watching TV. Now, you have got a desk in the room, which is fantastic. If you want to do a bit of work or maybe somewhere to sit, it's a basic desk. There's nothing too much on it. You have got plug sockets next to it, so you can plug in a laptop or whatever you want kind of thing in there. The chair's a little bit grubby. It's one of those where you'd sit on it. It does a job. It's not your plush 5-star luxury, but the desk does a job. It does the job that it's here to do. It's a basic budget hotel room. You're not going to expect the earth. You've got a lovely sofa in the room as well, which is a bonus. I don't think we've had a sofa in the room yet in the hotel reviews we've done for the budget series, so that's great. Looks fine. It's a nice addition. It means you don't have to sit on the bed to watch TV. You can lounge on the sofa if you want. You're probably not going to spend too much time in the room, but it's there if you want it. And you have got a tea and coffee making facility as well. Just as part of the desk, it comes just under there. You've got a kettle, two cups, and some sachets of tea and coffee. It's a nice to have. It's not the poshest thing in the world. It's not like the Premier Inn where you get an actual coffee making machine and pods. That just felt another level. So it does the job, but it's not going to win any awards. As always, you've got the open wardrobe as what seems to be popular these days. As you know from the Travelodge review And even the Premier Inn review, I'm not a massive fan of the open wardrobe. If you're going to hang something up, it's going to be on show to everyone. It'd be nicer to have it in an actual wardrobe. I know it's easier like that. It saves space. It is what it is. It's a budget hotel. It's a budget room. You can't expect the world. It does a job, and that's the main thing. You've got a few spare towels up there which you can use as well, so that's a bonus. Also in the room, you have got a full-length mirror, which is fantastic, and you've got a hairdryer next to it. These rooms are basic, like I said, more basic than the Premier Inn. You're paying, for this room, I paid £64 for the night. That includes breakfast. Now, it's up to you. You can watch all the reviews and decide whether you prefer a Travelodge room, a Premier Inn room, a Holiday Inn Express room, or the final hotel chain that will do, Ibis. Whether you prefer one of those rooms, maybe one of those rooms meet your budget, and that where you're staying, and that at least in these videos you can see what they actually look like and what you're going to get in the room. For a room, it does look relatively clean. I've said there's a few blemishes on the seat with the desk, which isn't great, but you know, it's one of those, you pay £64 for the night. You expect certain levels of cleanliness. Obviously, maybe they don't go that far. The sofa does look reasonably clean. It's fine for what you get. As a whole, the room is a great size. We'll see what the bed's like during the night. We'll see if there's any noises. Maybe there's bathroom noises or water or whatever during the night, and we'll report back in the morning. But for now, that is the room. It's a good size. Don't get me wrong. It's a great size. It does look fairly basic. The bed is a good size. You've got ample space for yourself and any luggage. It's a two-person room. It's just me here tonight. But even if you had two people in the room, you would not feel cramped. You can both sit on the sofa. One person can sit on the chair. Whatever you want. It is a good size room. So let's take a look at the bathroom and see what it's like in there. So the bathroom is a perfect size for, it's just two of you. This is just a couple's room. Shower's big enough probably for 3 or 4 people. So getting in there is not going to be a problem. The shower head looks a little bit dated, but everywhere looks clean. Everything looks fine. It's everything that you want in a budget hotel. You know, it's got all the basics in there. You're not going to have a problem moving around in the shower, scrubbing your back, whatever you want. There are Dove shower products in there. So you've got Dove shampoo and Dove shower gel as well, which is fantastic. The toilet's clean. The basin's clean. The bathroom is a decent size. There's also Dove hand wash in there and face wash. So you've got that just next to the basin, which is perfect in case you've forgotten your own. But as a whole, the bathroom's great. It's got everything in that you want. The shower's big enough for you. It's got the toilet, the basin. It's clean. What more could you possibly want in there? This is a budget hotel at the end of the day. You're not going to get some of the luxuries that you'd find in other hotels, but it meets everything that you want. That is it for the bathroom. We'll see in the morning what it's like when we have a shower, see what the water pressure's like, and I'll update you then with the morning review. But for now, so far, everything seems okay. Hi folks, so that's a look at the bathroom and the room in general now. I'm going to get some sleep for the night. So, night, and I'll see you in the morning. Hi folks, and morning. So before we get into the review on how I slept last night, what the bed was like, what the room was like overnight, breakfast is included here. So the Holiday Inn Express has cost me £64, and that actually includes breakfast. With the other ones, you have to pay extra. With Travelodge, Premier Inn, you have to pay extra, but this is included, which is great. Let's just head down and take a look and see what it's like. Come on. Hi folks, so I'm back from breakfast, and how was it? Well, it was actually pretty decent, to be fair. As I said, breakfast is included in this one. You don't have to pay an extra amount for it. And yeah, it was really good. They have a great selection of food, which surprised me a little bit. I think maybe I thought it wasn't going to be as good as some of the other places. It is buffet breakfast. As you can see, you've got your cereals, you've got your tea and coffee making facilities, and your juices, as you'd find anywhere. You've also got your cooked breakfast area as well, with all the bits of a cooked breakfast that you'd want: your bacon, your sausage, your egg, your beans. As you can see, I went for cereal and then a cooked breakfast as well on top. You've got your tea and coffee, and you've got your juices too. All in all, winner, really. You can't fault Holiday Inn's breakfast, actually, and when it's included in the price, you definitely can't fault it. So top marks on that. So folks, how did I sleep last night? So I slept okay. I didn't sleep great. That wasn't so much to do with the bed, I must admit. Now the mattress is soft, really soft. You do sink in quite a bit, and there are grooves on both sides, which is a nightmare. You can just imagine the number of other people that have slept in the bed when you get that. Having said that, I slept pretty well in the bed. The annoyances were the extractor fan in the bathroom never switches off. You can't switch it off. I pressed all the light switches there. It doesn't go off. The lights go off. The fan doesn't go off. So you can hear that in the background, and that did keep me awake a little bit at times. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, you then sometimes struggle to get back to sleep. Temperature was a little on the warm side. I don't think the air conditioning actually works. I can't feel anything coming out of it. It's almost like you've got an asthmatic breathing on you or something. It's non-existent. Now, I could have reported that to reception, maybe changed rooms, maybe it works in other rooms. But I didn't. And I think sometimes, maybe not always rightly so, but the less you pay for a room, the less you expect from it. So this room, as I've mentioned before, was £64 for the night, and that included breakfast. The room itself is a great size. I mean, you've got a sofa in it and a desk. You can't fault the size of the room. Yes, it is a little bit tired. There's a weird door stopper near the door, but it's in the middle of the wall, and it just looks a bit random and weird. Obviously, the furniture and the fittings are a little bit tired and worn as well. But it is a budget hotel chain. You're not going to expect 5-star luxury. And it does the job for the night. If you just want somewhere to sleep, you don't want to pay a lot of money, you want a breakfast in the morning, then it works. All in all, would I pick Holiday Inn Express to stay at in the UK? Probably not. At the moment, I would probably go with Premier Inn. I think that room was just a step above. We have got one more review to come in the budget series, and that's Ibis budget. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like, how they compare to here and Premier Inn and Travelodge, which we've already done. At the moment, I think Premier Inn's probably winning this one. But if you're stuck for options and you need a budget hotel room, Holiday Inn Express does work. Just don't expect luxury of any sort. All in all, though, reasonable night's sleep, good breakfast, spacious room, bathroom was nice. So that's it for the review, folks. Hopefully it's been informative to you. Maybe it's helped you choose a budget hotel. We have got one review left, and that is the Ibis budget, and that will be coming up next week. And then we'll probably do a summary show, just bringing all 4 of them together, picking our best one, and hopefully just offering you an insight into what these budget hotels are like. And if you've got a choice to stay at one or more of them, you can then say, oh, you know what, actually, Travelodge or Premier Inn or Holiday Inn Express, that looks best for me, I'm going to stay there. Or maybe it just ticks a certain price point for you, and you think, yeah, it's a room for the night, there we go. As always, folks, please subscribe, it helps push the channel. Please like the video, please share it, please even just comment, and that maybe you've stayed in a Holiday Inn Express and had a great experience, maybe you've had a terrible experience. Maybe there's a budget chain we're missing and you want us to go and review it. So just drop me your comments below. And as always, folks, happy travels, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.